Thank you very much, Excellency. It's not very often that I get to address an audience in these locations, but I'm very pleased that you've given me the opportunity to say congratulations to a citizen who has come forward to serve the public in a very sensitive and demanding area. I'm particularly pleased to have the opportunity to have advised you to appoint Mrs. Jennings-Smith to this position, knowing that she has just come out from the police service not too long ago. In fact, when she was selected as a candidate to contest the Toco Sangre Grande seat, one of the comments made by persons opposed to us was that it was an improper act on her part to have made herself available to the people of Toco Sangre Grande to represent them in the parliament. We took those comments very seriously and we examined them and found that there was no fault on her part. But instead, that what she did bring was an opportunity for us to offer the police service management and guidance from the political directorate, from the executive, in a way that the police service has not had for quite some time. And as Prime Minister, I'm particularly pleased to now report that the structure that we are putting in place in our attempt and our effort to respond to the requirement of treating with the criminal element, the human resource, the top of that structure is now in place. And we will continue so to supply human resource and physical and financial resources to the effort of treating with the preparations and the preservation of law and order and the advancing of personal security and safety in Trinidad and Tobago. When I addressed the nation just before New Year's Day, I made the point that it might have passed unnoticed that national security was the #1 priority of this government, because we understand very clearly that if we cannot provide the citizens with safety in the homes and communities and on the streets of the nation, then whatever else you provide at the level of the government will fall flat and will not contribute to an improvement in the quality of their lives. So today we have a very experienced person as Minister of National Security, again coming out of an area of great responsibility for national security, with significant training and investment by the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I make reference to the career of Brigadier General Edmund Dillon, and assisting him is another citizen in whom the citizens have invested tremendously. He is not very well known to the average person in Trinidad and Tobago, so you will see some ill-informed comments. But I say to you that there are very few persons, if any at all, would have come to the position of Foreign Minister with the experience and training and temperament of Dennis Moses. And because he has served so well and so long abroad, some of us might have forgotten him. But he is very well prepared for the assignment, and on location in the Ministry of National Security, he brings support to the Minister of National Security to allow the Minister of National Security to focus on the imperatives of putting in place the structure for information gathering, the management structure, the audits of the various units, and to deploy them and to work with the management of the Coast Guard, the Defence Force, the police, and the general public in so doing. And the final piece of that arrangement was putting in place the talent pool of Mrs. Jennings-Smith, who, as you know, was an Assistant Commissioner of Police. And during her term in the police service, at the expense of taxpayers, I dare say, she was very well trained. And she doesn't beat her drum very often, but she is a highly trained person in the area of criminology, with specialization in anti-gang and so on. And we think that her presence in the national security management structure and knowing the police service from inside out, and also she has worked in the community treating with the community aspect of policing, which I think is an important part of the effort that we'll now make. And together the team at the management level, at the executive level, in the political directorate, in the executive, should give us probably the best chance we have of responding effectively to the criminal element, bringing to the population the kinds of comfort and safety that they deserve. So today I want to congratulate Mrs. Jennings-Smith for agreeing to serve in this way, and I want to thank them all for agreeing to serve the public, and to thank you, Excellency, for facilitating us so readily in assigning her this responsibility. So I wish you Mrs. Jennings-Smith, a very successful tenure, and I know that your addition to the team in national security will redound to the benefit of all of us in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much for serving.